Welcome to Married to Portuguese. On each episode, my English-Irish husband, Bob, and I discuss and laugh about our life and adventures in the Portuguese culture.
Bom dia.
Bom dia!
Hey, look at us.
From Portugal.
From mainland Portugal.
In the Alentejo.
Alentejo. Boy, is it beautiful.
It really is. It really is gorgeous.
It is beautiful. It was like when we were filming in California for season 1.
Yeah, definitely. And we were in the Central Valley, and it reminded me a lot of the Central Valley, with the exception of course, the Central Valley has, much more, and it's flat. And whereas here in the Alentejo, there are some hills, but it very, very similar.
Yeah.
Very
Different from New England. Different from the Azores.
Yes. Well, but we're here. We're here, Bob.
We are here. So what does that mean? So we are in the middle of
the tour.
You're co-hosting with Brands of Portugal.
Yes.
And
Chris and Nellie.
Chris and Nellie, terrific. And so we flew from Boston
Yes.
to Porto. That was quite the adventure. We had a 9-hour delay.
9 hours.
They had
Folks.
mechanical problems with 2 flights, and it
happens.
Life happens.
Life happens.
And they got us here, and
yeah,
that's
yeah.
that's exactly what counts.
We're here. We're safe. All that.
Yep. And we spent 3 days in Porto.
Porto. 2 nights in Douro.
Yep.
And now we're going to be spending a couple of nights here in Alentejo before we head down to Lisbon.
Yeah.
Because that's where we'll end our trip with, and then we'll fly from Lisbon back home. So it's been, it's been really great.
It's been terrific. We've got about 20 people we're traveling with.
Yes.
And lovely people, wonderful to travel with.
They're really great people.
As you move about in a cluster, you all become fast friends and get to know each other really quickly, which has been terrific. So, to see things for the first time and to see things for the first time through other people's eyes.
Yeah, because this is our first time in the mainland.
Really treasure. And I was really excited to see Porto, and it did not let me down.
It didn't.
At all.
It really didn't. For those that are thinking of going to Porto, please do. We really loved it. So let me ask you, what's your favorite so far? Because we're only halfway. We still have more to see.
What stood out for me?
Yes.
All right. Well, the point of the tour is it's food and wine tasting. So we've tasted a lot of different wines, and we've learned a lot. So we've had lots of port wine. The port wine spritzer was really nice.
Oh my God. That was in the Douro.
Yes, it was.
Yes, that was in the Douro.
Yes, it was. But they made their port wine.
Yeah, and we did a Douro River cruise too.
That was terrific.
Fantastic.
I don't have a favorite yet. I guess we'll have to see after I get home and the dust settles.
Well, as of right now, what we've seen, I'm not talking about the whole tour, just as of right now.
I'm thinking, do you have a favorite?
For whatever reason, I really loved where the birth of Portugal began.
Oh, yeah.
Say it, Bob.
Oh, Guimarães.
He says it perfectly. He says it perfectly.
Practically a citizen. Practically. 3 or 4 more years. A few more pieces of paper.
You're almost there.
I'm almost a son of Portugal.
Almost. But Guimarães, oh my goodness, I always... Guimarães, to me, so far, was, I don't know, I really loved it. I felt very comfortable there. I felt, I loved the architecture. I liked the way things were. I don't know. There was something about it where...
Yeah, so it's the
really beautiful.
It's the birthplace of Portugal.
Yeah, it was really beautiful.
And the original castle, the shell of it is still up, and we were able to tour that, and we got to walk around. That was great. So I'm gonna say my favorite really was the city of Porto.
That was still number one.
I liked Porto that much.
Okay.
I really did. I loved the energy. The hills were very cool. It was beautiful day or nighttime. I loved energy of the college students. I don't know if they were hazing for fraternities or something, but they were out in the streets chanting and singing and dancing, and that was fun.
It was fun.
And it's a new city, and there was always something to see, and everything centered around the river. I mean,
and we were there on the weekend too. So, and they had like an Italian fest going on at the time. So as we're walking through Porto, we're listening to Italian music.
Yeah, that was a little bit. That was kind of. That was.
It was like, okay.
Funny.
And I'll have to tell you, I felt when I was in Porto, I felt Italian vibes, like because we've been to Italy, so I felt when we were in Porto, I felt very much like I was in Italy.
Well, I was thinking about that, and I think the architecture's of the same age.
Yeah.
And laid out the way.
Yeah. And of course, we've started our Pastel de Nata, throwdown kind of thing. So we started with Castro, because everyone had said you need to try that one besides the one for Belém, the Pastel Nata de Belém. You've got to try a few of them. So we tried that one, and it was really good. Too.
It was really good. By the way, let's address this right now.
Okay.
Anybody who puts ketchup on a nata should have it slapped out of their hands.
I think
is that even really a thing? Are they?
I think they're doing that just to get us riled up.
To get us to pay attention to natas. We're already paying attention to.
Yeah, I mean, it's disgusting.
All right, we didn't see anybody doing that, and we certainly didn't do that.
Yeah, no.
But we've had some great bacalhau meals.
Yes, we had the francesinha. We've had wonderful octopus.
Yeah, I was surprised about that.
Yeah, a lot of that. And then we've had delicious alliadas prepared so many different ways. I had this most delicious orange cake in the Douro that
was so good.
I will get that recipe. Gosh darn it, I will.
Yep.
And so there's been a lot of great moments.
A lot of great food. Yep.
The only hiccup we had, and that was today.
Yes.
And that is all the fires that are going on right now throughout Portugal.
Yeah.
And we were in the Douro, and our day had to be changed because we had to leave the Douro to come to Alentejo for the very end of the day. We were going to get here very late at night, but we were going to spend our whole day in Coimbra, and we had our whole plan of what we were going to do there for the day, and the fires were all surrounding Coimbra. And what's scary is that right now all the places we've been to are all covered in smoke and ash,
including Porto.
So we're safe here in the Alentejo, but we had to have authorities. We had to give the approval for us to be able to leave and to go through a certain highway. And we literally had to go as far up as we could, almost into Spain, and then turn around so that we could get through it and come back down. So we've had a long day in the bus, but we're here.
We're not complaining because
we are not.
I think at this point, three firemen have lost their lives.
Yes.
People have lost homes and
it's
all
awful.
sorts of things. It's terrible.
It's awful. And to find out that people are doing this for the sake of having wood be cheaper for furniture companies in Portugal that are building stuff, and they pay off people to set fires. Yeah. It is.
That may be some of them. It can't be all of them.
Can't be all of them, but you know what? Some of them are, and they already know that, and other people are just copycats. Like anything in this world, they see something and they do it, and it's very sad. It's very sad. I think it's criminal. I think the people, if they are found, I think they need to go out and fight fires next time, because that is what they deserve. It's disgusting. I'm disgusted just by even the thought of it. I really am.
I mean, look in the direction towards the fires from a distance, and the sky is just black. It looks like there's a thunderstorm coming, but it's smoke. And we passed through areas where the fire was right up, like, brush fires, small brush fires were right up to the roadside.
Yeah.
So very scary.
Very scary. I think that was one of the scariest things I've ever. It was frightening. Yeah. It was really frightening. You know, the whole time I'm like holding on to Bob, going, "Oh my God!" And like I couldn't say it out loud because we wanted to make sure that everybody that was with us felt like, you know, we're gonna be fine, you know. But inside, I'm like grabbing onto Bob's knee, and I think he has bruises going on here. And he kept saying, "It's okay. The authorities would not say it was okay for us to go if it wasn't, because they don't. Obviously, we don't want more. Yeah, God forbid."
No, I mean, and it's funny because the
our driver,
police, the police were at the exits.
Yes.
So they were ready to shut the road down in a moment's notice. There was no way you were going to get on by mistake.
Right.
It was every exit.
And there were so many roads closed that you couldn't take.
So they were funneling everybody to the safer path. So you know, there was that. We were not being reckless at all. We were doing what we were told to do. But
correct.
To the point of was it Josette is our
driver.
Is our driver terrific. He made me feel completely safe.
Oh yeah. He kept saying, "It's going to be okay. This is going to be fine. They are telling us we can go here." People in other places were calling him saying, "You can, but you're going to cross a lot of smoke and ash and so much, you know." So I think we all smell like smoke today. But that's okay. That's all right. I'll take that and be safe any day.
So I would say also now getting past the perilous part.
Yes.
We have learned so much about wine. About white wines, red wines, port wine, rosé wines.
I mean, just everything.
Really?
Just everything. To the point where we're asking them to write a cheat sheet for us for all the things we've had.
Them being Chris and Nellie.
Yes.
They did. They're wonderful teachers. They are just a wealth of knowledge, and they really seek out vineyards that are smaller,
boutiques,
and dedicated to their wines, so that they're like low in sugar and honest about, you know, the production and how it's
organic,
how it's produced.
Yeah.
And so that's really been a treat, and to get to meet the people
the winemakers, the owners.
Yeah, that's really something else.
There was one estate we went to in the Douro that I haven't shared pictures of that spot yet, but I will. By the time you hear this, I'll be sharing.
Then we'll put pictures. Somewhere around here. Blocking me.
It was breathtaking. The Douro was breathtaking. It just was. We just stood there going, "Is this even real?" Because it was really wonderful.
I know people always ask about weather. We've not had any rain.
Nope.
But it has been hot for the most part, right? It's been
in the morning. It's nice and cool.
Yes.
If there's a little, it's been sunny. It's been sunny throughout. So as soon as the sun comes out, it is hot.
Yeah,
it is hot.
High 80s to low 90s. The sun is strong.
The sun is really strong. I have my cheeks. I've been wearing hat. I've been putting sunscreen on, but for whatever reason, I must have missed my cheeks. So now my cheeks have sunburn on it, but that's okay.
Next time we'll get you a parasol.
A parasol, yes. I'll need a parasol because I'm so dainty. And but it's, then when we moved to the Douro, the mornings were even cooler.
Yes.
And the evenings were cooler. We were wearing little sweaters in the evening. But then during the day, once again,
you were wearing a little sweater. I was wearing a manly sweater.
Oh yeah, that's right. Very, very manly.
To go with my new specs.
Yeah, that's right. He's got new glasses.
New glasses.
New glasses. Yes.
Yes.
New specs.
Mm-hmm. This is my Jack Klugman look from The Odd Couple.
Stop.
And today was really fun, too. Even despite the challenges, and we had to come up with a plan. F, I think, by that point.
Because we were
gone
doing
through
A, B, C, D.
based off of where we could get into, and we ended up stopping in
Guarda.
for lunch, and we were in a little village square, and we found a cafe with seating outside that fit all 20 of us.
Yeah.
Had a great bifana sandwich and a galao and some fries, and
and then we had some desserts after.
I'm disappointed I didn't have the leek soup, because that was the specialty of the day. It was leek soup, and everybody said it was terrific.
Yeah, a lot of the vegetable cream soups have been fantastic.
Yep.
You know, one of the cream soups we had was carrot, and I'm thinking to myself, I made carrot soup. I haven't made carrot soup in so long.
Yeah, I meant to talk to you about that.
Yeah, I'll have to make more carrot soup. But it's been wonderful, and I can't wait to tell you and share more along the way. And but that's all we have for today.
So we'll have to do a part 2.
We'll have to do a part 2
after the trip.
Yes, and then maybe you can. Well, no, you said Porto. We're gonna still see a couple more places.
Yes.
So you'll definitely.
We'll
we did like Aveiro and Costa Nova.
Sure.
We did love that too. The beach in Costa Nova was gorgeous.
Oh, we haven't disliked anywhere.
Oh my God, no, we really haven't. We've all gone like.
Oh, the beach in Costa Nova.
It was gorgeous.
Just tremendous. Like I could see, just if I stood a little bit higher, I could have seen all the way to the United States. Just a little bit higher.
No, but it was beautiful seeing the
distance.
beaches, and they were the waves were beautiful, and it was wonderful to say, "Hey, we're on the Atlantic."
Yes.
we're still on the Atlantic.
I'm not sure about the nickname, the Venice of Portugal. You could put the gondolas in there, but
because
they had canals.
They had canals.
No, so does Erie, Pennsylvania. We're not calling it the Venice.
That's true. But they have those beautiful boats with the painting, and they take people on the gondola rides. But we've been to the actual Venice, and
Providence, Rhode Island has gondolas too.
True. So
we should call that the Venice of Rhode Island.
We should.
Okay.
Hey, that's
from now on,
we'll need to contact marketing.
I'm going to trademark
promotion
it first.
For Rhode Island.
That's me. I'm going to trademark that. All right, we have to get to dinner.
We have to go to dinner. We have to freshen up and go to dinner.
All right, well, great catching up with everybody again.
Yes, guys. We'll see you soon.
All right.
Bye now.
Bye now. Thank you for listening. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and we'd love to hear your ideas for topics. Ciao.